Any musician will tell you that life on tour ain't easy, but only a few know what it's like to work for a bona fide Beatle. These are Ringo Starr's rules of the road.
Hey, peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.
Ringo appears to be a big fan of peace and love, but does he practice what he preaches? Well, yes, and he also demands it of his band and crew. Ringo's go-to drum tech, Jeff Jonas, told People magazine that one of Ringo's rules is entirely straightforward. He told the publication, he doesn't allow drama. He sets the tone, and it's be respectful. Jonas says that this is about more than just creating a pleasant work environment. He told Polestar that Ringo's no-drama attitude helped him to put the band together in the first place. Jonas explained, "These amazing talents come in and they leave their egos outside because Ringo sets the tone. We don't allow drama. Everybody respects each other, whether it's a crew guy or a band member." For his part, Ringo told People that his philosophy doesn't work out all the time, as conflicts of some kind are inevitable on the road. He said, "We have to remember we are not saints. Sometimes there's the attitude, the reactive, but we're doing the best we can." Ringo Starr and his all-star band have played all over the world. It's easy to see then how it might be tempting for them to schedule in a few days of R&R while they're on tour. And while that might fly with some artists, Ringo isn't one of them. His longtime tour producer Dave Hart told Polestar, "He would rather be playing than sitting in a hotel, and he's told me that on numerous occasions. For the spring tour, we added shows because we had 2 days off, and he said, 'Hey, you might as well add them.'" Hart says that Ringo is also pretty strict when it comes to simplifying travel. That means booking logical routes and making sure that everyone's comfortable along the way. And Ringo himself has admitted that he insists as many shows as possible get booked. At a Q&A session in 2023, he said, "Our tour manager gave us too many days off, so I complained. If I'm on tour, I want to play. We could play every night, but Edgar Winter needs a day off." It won't come as much of a surprise to learn that most famous musicians get the very best hotel rooms, meals, and transportation while they're touring. But that doesn't seem to be the case with Ringo Starr's all-star band. When tour manager Donnie Whiteman sat down for a conversation with Louder with Ace, he shared a surprising revelation. With Ringo, everyone gets a piece of the pie. When asked if there was a divide between band members based on fame, or a lack thereof, Whiteman clarified that everyone stays in the same hotels on Ringo's tour. He also insisted that whenever anything is booked, it's booked for everyone. And that includes Ringo himself, who is renowned for hanging out with the band and crew alike and making sure that everyone's feeling happy, included and at home. But Whiteman added that while Ringo is always in the thick of it with his band and crew, one underlying rule always remains.
And he gives it to the guys and they give it back. And but there is that respect.
Ringo seems to value not only the talents of his band and crew members, but their input as well. When Donnie Whiteman sat down to give Louder with Ace a behind-the-scenes look at life on the road with Ringo, he revealed that after each show, the band is expected to sit down, talk about what went right or wrong, and take responsibility for both. Whiteman said that the norm is to take off from the venue ASAP in order to avoid the post-concert chaos. Once they get back to their accommodation or transportation, everyone reconvenes.
The guys will critique, they'll critique their own performances.
Although everyone on stage is at the top of their game, mistakes do happen. And while Ringo expects everyone to give their all, he also seems to be understanding, especially if someone takes responsibility for their mistake. But if they're not willing to give it all they've got, then they likely won't be coming back for the next tour. This one's more a guideline than an official rule, but it's one that some crew members apparently try very hard to follow. Hit the gym. When USA Today asked Ringo Starr how he managed to keep going at his pace at such a ripe old age, he credited a healthy, vegetarian diet, constantly keeping busy, and his long-standing gym routine. Ringo revealed that he had a trainer who he worked with 3 times a week, and explained that on the road, he would go to the gym every day. While it's not a requirement that his band and crew join him, Donnie Whiteman has explained that it's sort of an unofficial thing that happened every morning at precisely 10:30 a.m.
So they all want to make their appearance. None of them are gym rats, but like he is. But they want to make a good impression.
Whiteman explained that one member of the band, who had been wearing cowboy boots at the time, once realized that this just wasn't going to work for the gym. He was later seen buying more appropriate footwear.
Because he wanted to fit in. He wanted to be one of the guys.
While Ringo clearly expects his band and crew to give 110% on tour, and there are a number of rules they have to follow when they're on the road, there's at least one that isn't quite so strict. Have fun. As Ringo himself once told Variety, "We're not here to be tortured. Let's have fun." Speaking to Louder with Ace, Donnie Whiteman said that it's incredibly important to Ringo that everyone walks away with some fond memories of life on tour.
He wants to make sure everybody's happy. Everybody's having a good time. Nobody's got issues or problems.